This is the Iowa Weather Report for Friday, June 26th, 2015. And now our first look at the 0Z GFS model run. At 1 p.m. this afternoon, we have a trough digging in across the Great Lakes and into the north and east. Ridge beginning to build over the west. That's going to bring a lot of heat and unfortunately dry weather continuing over the west. While around here, unfortunately, it's still going to be rather wet across the area. Some scattered showers and maybe a thunderstorm over the state today. Better chances, though, look to be across Kansas, Missouri, and into downstate Illinois. Highs today will be held down with the clouds into the 70s, but they will be up a couple of degrees here on Saturday. As that system moves off to the east, cooler and drier air moves in, but it's not going to actually be cooler. It's actually going to be warmer because we'll have sunshine, so highs in the 70s to lower 80s. Unfortunately, the flow coming out of the northwest means another storm is going to come in from the north and northwest. That'll be the case here very late Saturday night and into the day on Sunday. Some scattered showers and storms are possible there as well. Highs in the 70s to around 80, and those temperatures are going to be pretty uniform for the rest of this coming work week as the flow coming out of the north and west. Rain will be moving out here Monday morning. The rest of the day looks to be rather fine. And then as we go into Tuesday, which you see here, unfortunately, another system is approaching from the north and west at that time. And that could bring us some showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two as we move into Tuesday and even into Wednesday as well. Readings, like I said, will likely be in the 70s to around 80, give or take. Depends on the amount of clouds and whatnot, especially on days where we could see some precipitation. And then as we go from Wednesday, where the rain is moving out of the state, to Thursday, where it looks to be partly to mostly sunny with highs in the mid to upper 70s northeast to maybe lower 80s in the southwestern counties. Any rain would be across the mid-south into the mid-Atlantic and the Carolinas, and maybe some scattered showers in the west, but they're still under this ridge, even at the end of the period next weekend, or next Friday, you can see. Another disturbance is coming in, and this being July 3rd, we should warn you. A system's approaching on July 3rd. That could bring us some showers and thunderstorms maybe by the afternoon and into the evening hours here on Friday the 3rd. And this may linger even into the 4th as well. We'll keep watching it. As we go into the extended period on July 7th, that ridge over the west begins to break down slightly and begins to move toward the east. That puts us more into the path of the hot weather instead. The storm track is still close enough that we still could see a few showers and storms with the flow still coming out of the north and west, but that flow is slowly but surely coming to an end as we see the extended period showing this ridge moving closer and closer, and by the end of the period, July the 11th, it's pretty much centered over Kansas and Missouri. Main storm track is well to our north across the U.S.-Canadian border and into Canada, and that's where all the storm systems seemingly are as well. Around here, it looks to be just hot, maybe a pop-up shower or storm, but don't count on it. Highs, if this were to be correct, would be well into the 80s or even 90s in some cases, but we'll fine-tune this as we move closer to this period. The satellite image from last evening shows that complexes of thunderstorms over the middle part of the country, one over the Ohio River Valley, one over the plains, another off in northwestern Old Mexico, and another moving off the eastern shore of Maryland and Delaware. Fairly quiet elsewhere. The Watch Warning Map from last evening shows it was fairly unquiet, where you had a couple of severe thunderstorm watches across the plains back to Missouri into the Ohio River Valley and the Carolinas. Very hot weather and dry weather across the west. QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days through Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock, showing rainfall amounts around here with the systems on Friday and on Sunday. Looks to be about a half to 1 inch, with some areas maybe getting more than that.